Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, HollywoodShono here, about to give you another Marvel Strike Force video. In this video, I wanted to talk about the two healers in a raid strategy that I am trying to adapt because, well, when you don't have gear tier 10 characters, I feel that having multiple healers is very suitable for sustaining in the level 50 raids. You could obviously neglect Hand Sorceress once you have a bunch of gear tier 10 people, but I wanted to show you guys my roster here as I have a bunch of gear tier 9s and I don't have maxed out abilities yet, but I am working on that very soon. So we have Drax at tier 9. Night Nurse is one gear item away from tier 8 as I only need to get 5 of the Advanced Confidential Dossiers, and let's actually do these fights and see how many we get. We got 3 in that one, and let's actually refresh. And if we get 2, yes we do, we could take Night Nurse up to gear tier 9. So the significance of upgrading your gear tier is the fact that it is a lot easier to sustain. There is some sort of hidden cap, which if your gear tier is lower than the opponent, you're going to take more damage, and you just get better stats. As you see, Night Nurse gains like 2,200 health, which means that her Urgent Care is going to heal for another 220 health. Her first aid is going to heal for like 400 more. And even the triage, when it goes off, will heal for a couple hundred more. So what I'm actually probably going to be upgrading on Night Nurse first is the first aid. Although I am up for suggestions, the Hand Sorceress obviously needs a couple levels as well, but I'm saving my abilities for Cable. But now that I have Night Nurse at gear tier 9, I can also upgrade Hand Sorceress, and the 185 health is going to translate into about 20 to 30 more healed, which every little bit adds up. So we're going to go into the Alliance raids, and in progress we have a level 50 raid. We're at 49.67%, and currently Mr. Russ is barely beating me in damage, but we have a couple more nodes to do. So we have this team here, which is 67,580 power, and 3 out of the 5 characters are gear tier 9. Wolverine is actually only 7. And probably somebody I should be working on next. So it is very important to use the raid store and the supply store to buy the epic materials that you need in order to actually do this. So we have 15 enemies. We don't have Deadpool's special 3. We're going to do this on 2x because at 1x we probably time out. I don't need to heal yet, so I'm not going to. Let's claw and try to get rid of the taunt. We almost do so. So there's the heal block on Drax, which is really bad. Luckily, it only lasts for 1 turn, so now let's use the ability 3 and get some bleed damage. And let's heal, get a defense buff on Drax. So the reason I like using 2 healers in raids is just for the simple fact that it's a lot easier to top off your tanks, or if your damage dealers take damage, it's a lot easier to heal through. So we still have the regen on Night Nurse. Just use the regular attack. There's no reason to use the ability, and let's start taking out the Reaper. Let's do our AoE heal, and I'm not going to taunt this turn. I'm going to wait till next turn probably to taunt with Drax. So there's a heal block on Wolverine, which is annoying. We don't get the double attack from Deadpool, so Wolverine is beat down a little bit. Let's save the ability too, just for a high damage target. So Wolverine's able to heal up again. Now this turn I'm going to heal with Drax. I am going to use the AoE heal with Hand Sorceress just to top everybody off. Didn't take a lot of damage with the defense up. The reason I like using Hand Sorceress too is that the defense buff is really good. So in this fight, the Kree Royal Guard is probably going to be your first target, but we could also target a Stitcher, just because they're going to do a lot of damage, or a lot of healing. So if we can get one of them down, that's going to be a big deal. So the Kree Royal Guard taunts. And now the Ravager Stitcher tops off. So Wolverine actually is the only one to take an AoE there. Let's taunt with Drax. So now we can sustain with our regeneration, which heals for quite a bit. I could have used my ability 3 there as well. The Stitcher's healing is down. Now we can probably use our ultimate with Wolverine get rid of the rail guards so there's no more taunts. And let's take out the boomers, because the Stitchers don't do a lot of damage. It should chain, yes it does. And let's actually just use our single target heal, because Drax has a taunt. Stitcher is going to be able to patch up the boomer. And we got rid of one of them, so let's go after the other one. But yeah, I like the whole 2-healer and raid strategy because it's just so much easier to top off. Yes, you lose a little bit of damage, but I feel that until you have a bunch of gear tier 10s in the level 50 raids, or level 60 raid, or until you have Quake developed, which I don't have, it's a lot easier to sustain. You could also use Captain America along with Quake, probably subbing out Wolverine for Quake. Deadpool just seems really good to get through taunts. We have a minute and 30 to kill the last wave. Probably a minute and 20 by the time we get the Stitcher down. So we might just take it to 3x. And this is where I feel that 5 minutes in raids kind of sucks. So here we have to focus down Korath because he does have that heal block, which is annoying as hell. Let's actually get off our defense buff. It does not hit on Drax, but you can see it. The heal block does. But because we defensed up on everybody else, able to sustain. Let's actually do our big damage there. Korath does not cause the ability block on Night Nurse, which is good. So we can taunt with Drax. We have 54 seconds to finish this fight. Hopefully we can do it in time and not time out and waste energy. Korath is basically dead. We have 42 seconds left to go. Now let's go after Ronan before we take out the Reaper. Unfortunately, Drax does have heal blocks, so we can't actually heal him. Alright, let's go after the Reaper. We have 20 seconds to go. We do need to heal with Drax. So single target heal. Let's heal up the Hand Sorceress. We have 8 seconds, and we're going to be able to win this fight with 5 seconds to spare. So yeah, 2 healers in a raid strategy is really important, I feel, in the level 50 raid, once you have some characters at gear tier 9, because it definitely helps you to sustain. Let's do one more fight, the 81-959, with the same team. So Drax is beat down a little bit. I'm probably considering healing with him, but let's try without, for the sake of this video. Because Drax is gear tier 9, he should be okay in this situation. Alright, so there's 6 guys all together. There are 3 Royal Guards, actually 2 Royal Guards on a Cyborg. So let's do our 3 with Deadpool. Let's put it to ×2. So luckily these guys haven't been hitting on Drax. We do get the regeneration. And let's try to get rid of him. So Drax unfortunately has heal block. And he's going to take a lot of damage there. Unfortunately can't heal through that. Hopefully it's not a 2-turn heal block. It is not, so that's good. We can get rid of the guard. No more taunt for you. And if they focus Drax, we could be in trouble. No, they do not. So Drax is going to get healed. Thor bringing the hammer down. So we can heal with Hand Sorceress. That's a big heal. Because we need to get that defense up on Drax. I'm not going to taunt yet because I don't want Drax taking all the damage. Now we're going to work over Thor. We probably should work over the Reaper. Who's going to get stunned? It is Wolverine. That's not too bad. There's a regeneration. Let's get off the chain on Thor and the Kree. That double bleed. I'm not going to taunt with Drax because I don't want him to get killed or too much damage. He's too low. We can regenerate with Night Nurse. Now I feel his health is okay enough to taunt. But I still want to try to avoid heal block if I can. Probably should be going after the Reaper. Alright, single target Drax. He's getting top back off. Hand Sorceress does have a heal available next turn. And let's just go wipe out this one. So now we can target the Reaper, heal up with Hand Sorcerers, and we're topping right back off. That slow on the Reaper is good because it might be the difference between taking the heal block. Drax does not take it, which is good. So, yeah, we're going to be able to patch up just fine. With one healer in a raid, you can't really do that, but with two healers, it's so much easier. And let's just use our regeneration again, and Drax is back to full health. And yeah, we just sustained completely in the level 50 raid, and we're on the final node. Now, this node I've actually still had problems with. I probably need some people at gear tier 10 or maxed out abilities, because you're dealing with a lot of healing, especially in the first wave of the group. But as you can see, we're right up there with Mazarin, who is also in the same spot, however with 50k more damage. Now, he has not actually tackled the group boss, but as he mentioned in Discord, he has not fucked up his damage, and nobody in Raid 3 is where Mazarin is. So I assume Lord Ravon is going to get there. And we're currently at 50.98%, so we have 11 hours to go. Hopefully Strike Team 3 did a great job last raid, and hopefully we can hit 60% like we did last raid, which would give us those materials. Now, we should be able to get one more Deadpool raid off, as we have 25,000 shards, and we have 1 day to get 1,800 shards, so I'm really looking forward to getting the 4,000 shards on my second account. Hopefully we can get the raid done quickly so I can go back to my other alliance and see if we can start a Deadpool raid there. So if you like this video, talking about the two healers in a raid strategy, which I feel is actually pretty smart while you're not a tier above the enemies, please give this video a like rating, comment, subscribe, share this video amongst your friends, and as a favorite, check out my other Marvel Strike Force videos playlist, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch, which are all HollywoodShono. My Instagram, which is HollywoodShono's God. And if you two also use two healers in a raid, leave your comments down below. Let me know how you guys feel about it. Let me know if you guys have grown out of using two healers in a raid and only using one. And please be sure to strike out. Have a wonderful day, kids.
www.youtube.com/HollywoodShono. Subscribe, bitches!